Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about what I'm figuring out about reciprocity, specifically reciprocal energy. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Recently I went on sort of a path of growth where I really took a look at myself, the way I'm interacting with people, friends, family, and I saw where I was wrong, and I went to people and I pretty much took responsibility for my behavior and went to go make amends with them. And one of my ex friends, um, when I sat down and spoke with her, she brought up the word reciprocity. And because I asked her, is there anything that I left out? And she said, I believe in reciprocity. And then she went on to describe how I have not been a reciprocal friend. And the things that she went to started mentioning as far as the behaviors that she felt were not reciprocal is she would bring up specific things like, I came and jumped your car, gave your car a jump. But when I needed a ride to Fort Lauderdale, you wouldn't give me a ride. Certain things like that. Now, and it wasn't ever that I was not available or would never do anything for her, because I have done things for her, like let her borrow money, been there, paid for dinners, and done a lot of stuff. But in her mind, um, the reciprocity is what she needed at that specific time, and I wasn't always available to do it because I'm an adult, I have kids, I have my own life. But I thought, is this really reciprocity or is this a transactional friendship? And so I was confused a little bit, because I was like, this seems a little bit more transactional, because there would be times that she would do things for me that I didn't even ask for, and then turn right around and um, kind of give me her demands of what like she needed from me, and I always wasn't available for that. But I am a very good giving person. I'm a giving person with my time and my resources. So my energy towards her was always, if I could be there, if I could do it, I got you. I'll do my best. But I'm also separate from you. I have my own life. I problem solve to the best I can. And that's what I expect of people in my life as well, not just kind of like, because I'm attached to you in some way, that means I have to be the person that is you always depend on for every little thing that you may need to figure out. And I don't expect that from other people in my life either. So I to myself, I was like, okay, reciprocity is something that is a good thing, because you want to reciprocate the same energy with people in your life. But I was confused by how she thought about reciprocity. And so that made me think, maybe am I confused, or is she confusing reciprocity with being transactional? And so recently I was in this mastermind challenge, and the um, the leader of the challenge brought up how God is a just God. God believes in reciprocity. And it brought that word up to me again, because I have been feeling like, in some of my relationships with friends, and even family members, that I don't feel that the energy I'm putting into the relationship is reciprocated. But I'm always trying to be conscious about whether or not I am transactional, because I don't want to be transactional, because I didn't like the way it felt to be in a transactional friendship, and then accused of not being reciprocal. So I don't want to be someone who expects like an exchange of transactions with other people. So I'm always conscious of that. So I think that got me confused for a little while because I'm in these friendships and I have relationships with family members where I'm always feeling like my energy towards them is one of love, giving. I want to see them win. I think they are amazing people. I'm cheering them on, I'm celebrating them. And the energy I get back and just a couple of these relationships are, you're not that important to me. I think I'm great, but you're not great. Like, it's just a little bit of a different type of energy. And I also have something to compare it to because I have other friends and other family members who do reciprocate the energy that I give in that relationship. They reciprocate it. Now, those other friends and family members, when I'm able to do something kind or something for them, they don't feel the need to do the same thing back. And I don't feel bad when I can't show up in certain ways because I know they understand that I have my own life separate from theirs, and I do the best I can to show up and be there and do what I can in that relationship. So those friendships feel more reciprocal than the friendship where when I start giving you birthday presents or gifts, now all of a sudden you're kind of giving me gifts around the same cost, but it's not really something that you thought about is something I would want. You're just trying to give back what I give, like in a physical sense. But the way you make me feel and the energy you have towards me isn't really reciprocated as far as the energy I have towards you. And those type of relationships are really draining because one, they kind of start to like clip at your self-confidence, and you want to continue to show up for the person, you care about that person, but the energy they give back is kind of like, I can take you or leave you. And so I've been staying in those type of relationships longer than I should because I've been focused on not being transactional. So I got to think about this and I was like, what is the difference of between transaction and reciprocal? And I found this definition online. What is the difference? Is transactional is pertaining to or involving transactions, a series of transactions, while reciprocal is of a feeling or such action, a feeling, action, or such, mutual, uniformly. So when I am continuing to put my energy in relationships that are not reciprocal, where the feeling is not mutual, the energy is off, then I am not being just to myself. Then I am not considering how I see myself, how God sees me, how I value myself, my time. And it really stops me from being able to be all that I can be 100% in the areas that are reciprocal in my life, the areas that I am getting a reciprocal energy. I'm not giving them those areas and those relationships 100% of me because I'm letting a relationship that is not reciprocal tug at my confidence and my sense of worth and who I am. And that negatively impacts the areas where God wants me to put my energy and give the value and the gifts that He gave me to the people, places, whatever that He needs to see. He wants where He wants me to work. So Wow, that was a lot. That was a huge awareness for me. And it is helping me to see where I can fall back. I can fall back. I can feel perfectly okay with falling back on these non reciprocal relationships. I'm looking for relationships that are reciprocal, not transactional. I don't want transactional friendships. I don't want transactional relationships with family. I want reciprocity. And so with that, that means the energy put that I put out, if I'm not feeling that back, I'm gonna have to leave it. Because if it's take it or leave it with me, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and leave it with you. So that's all I have to say on that subject. And I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.